going to be a Bitcoin update. It's a question in reference to the DMs that I'm getting. Should we short Bitcoin? My opinion, no. So here was our last all-time high, and then of course we didn't break it till here. Then finally, when we did break it, we found about 27% going up, and then it continued going up after a very small retracement, and then it retraced a little bit, and then it continued going up to here, and then continued going up. So everybody who shorted here absolutely got wrecked. All-time high, everybody got wrecked, and eventually, of course, they continue to try to short so they can promote their group and join them because they're the best and they know what's going on, and then they short again, and all this time they're entering shorts or adding to their shorts, entering shorts, and they're just getting wrecked. Finally, but if you trade level by level, on a smaller time frame, you may have entered this, or you may have entered this right here and then get stopped out until it finally breaks one of these levels. This is definitely what we want to see. Breaks the level, and then of course now they're geniuses, and they tell you to join their group because of their PLC and value area lows and everything else. It's level by level, guys. It cannot come down unless it breaks this level, period. It cannot go higher unless it breaks this level, period. I mean, that's what it comes down to. And that's what I teach, just the simplicity of it. So then we have this up here, all-time high again, people shorting, and they made good. It came down and then it came back up. Hopefully they took profit. If not, maybe they entered a short again. And then now it looks good too, because it's breaking this level, which is great. Now what we want to see at this moment, if we were shorting, a rollover right here. We don't want to see it break above this level. And since it doesn't roll over, now it's kind of invalidating our stuff. Our last chance is a break, not a break, but a rejection right here to roll over, break this level again, and then now attack this. That doesn't happen. Once again, this is not being a replay millionaire, hindsight hustler. This is just showing you what we do all the time. And this is how we look at trades. Then we, broke all-time high here. Once again, we broke all-time high, and all these people are shorting, and they just got wrecked. They got wrecked. Right now, we are approaching all-time highs once more. We're about $200 away. I just made an audio clip for the VIP group, and sure enough, it's coming down, and now they're in profit. Whoever's shorting, they're in profit, and then guess what? It's coming back up. Would we short here? I mean, you can. However, you have to take that into account. The thought process of being at all-time high. There's a lot of people who are going to short, but there's a lot of people who are going to, especially market makers, because, well, they know people are shorting. And let's just say their stop loss is, I don't know, let's just say they entered over here, and let's say their stop loss is around here. If we did a fib retracement, I just had one, but let's go and do another one. Let's go from here to here. Let's say their stop loss is right here, 13%, 14%. The market makers might push the coin all the way up here before coming down. Right? That's 140. I mean, that would wreck a lot of people, a lot, for everybody who's trying to go short. And then everybody who goes long, well, then they're going to get wrecked because, well, it's going to come back down again. Again, I'm not saying this is what's going to happen. I'm just saying this is how, these shorts could get wrecked. In order to short, what I would need is confirmation. This is too high risk for me to enter a short. What I need to see, and we show this all the time, this is on the daily, but we would need it on the lower time frame. Let's go to the 3-minute time frame. This is how I personally would short. So right now, this is the level. This is actually a zone that I would need for it to break below. And could I get in, sooner? Sure. But it's just safer. Joe, it's doing a double top. Get in right now. I mean, you could if you want, higher risk. But for me, I'm not gonna. For me, I would rather wait. And I would rather wait to see something like this, break this level, great, come down in here about 50%, then come up, do a lower high, which is good. Coming down, breaking against this, awesome. Now let's see if it bounces. This is my decision point. What is it going to do? Is it going to come down here to now start coming up and fake everybody out? and now everybody gets wrecked from everybody who's shorting right here. Or now for me to short, I would need it to do this. For it to, do this number, hopefully bounce here before potentially getting rejected off of this zone and then now starting to work its way down. Now, I don't think it's going to go to zero. If it does come down, I'm looking for it to bounce. I want it to bounce. I want it to continue doing all-time highs. Where do I think that it could bounce? I like doing the 1 hour. But for the 4 hour, I'm just looking at this to see where there's more activity. And I can see that there's a lot of activity right here. So this is a spot. I don't like having it too big of an area. So there's a lot of activity right here. Look at all this right here. Look at all this movement. So this is where I would like to see it hopefully bounce off of. And the area that I'm looking at for this, and again, this is just, my thought process. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen. It could go from there to, I know this, it's about $2,000 range. This is a tight zone, but I also could use this. So I'll just do it like this. That kind of looks ugly, but it is what it is. Just get one of these, go up to here, to this one. Bring this one down. Joe, you should edit this out. I know I should. So there. That's what I'm looking at. And to me, I'm going to go ahead and hide this. This is what I'm looking at as far as potential bounce. Potentially maybe bounce here, maybe in here, but I don't want it breaking below this. Breaks below this, okay, more than likely we're going to come all the way down here. And I really hope that we don't break below this zone, because, well, now we have the other zones that we're looking at, which would be over here. This would be in blue. All right, so pretty much that's all I got. I do thank you very much. We're looking at 101 for it to come down if it breaks these levels, but hopefully we don't see that. But I do thank you guys very much. If you have any questions, please post it in the VIP chat. This is what I'm looking at. This is why, for me personally, I'm not shorting. There are several things that have to go as far as, look at that, we just made all-time high. And if people are shorting right now, they're getting wrecked. Absolutely getting wrecked. In order for me to short, I need to see this. And this could go up, as we mentioned, all the way up to those levels that we talked about. Let's go back to the 4 hour. I mean, this would absolutely just annihilate people, going for, I mean, can you imagine that? 14%? Good Lord, for Bitcoin. Now, it has done that before. Doesn't mean that it'll do it in like 5 minutes. But, when we had the break of this, let's just say the break of this right here. From here to here was 6%. All the way up here was 10%. So can it do 10%? Yep, sure can. Let's see here. Another area just really quick. And I'm looking for a break of levels. So it broke this level from here to here, 25%. And then all the way to 34%. So, I mean, it can do it. It just takes time. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But as far as, shorting, in my opinion, it's just too high risk for me. I have to wait for certain things to play out, and which I've just covered. I do thank you guys very much. We will talk to you on the next one. And again, we just did all-time high. We're doing history, guys. We are making history. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for letting me be a part of your crypto journey. And we're going to kill it, guys. We have to be patient with these setups. We have to wait for the setups to come to us. We don't FOMO. We wait. We set our alerts, and we are proactive and also reactive, just depending on what we see. All right, that's all I got. Thank you so much. Take care.